For the review, we have the Lexus CT200H. And basically, this is a Prius or Auris. That's all. The review is over. Bye-bye. Still here? You don't believe me? Okay. Today for the review, we have the Lexus CT200H, and of course, it is a hybrid. Most probably you're not gonna believe me, but Toyota at that time spent more time hours, more man hours, more funds to develop the first Lexus for the Lexus brand than Boeing spent in developing their 747 plane series. And as I know, in 1983, the head of the Toyota at that time, yes, Lexus is the high-end brand of Toyota. Basically, it's the same Toyota with better material, better insulation, better everything. Yes, of course, you can have like always with high-end packages, you can have Prius with high-end packages, but Lexus, it's above them, above all. We want to make the best car in the world, and this car will be called F1. Yes, the first Lexus, the secret name was F1, like the flagship, the first flagship of the Toyota company, the Lexus brand. Lexus as a brand, as Toyota, will bring the same ideas, like the customer care, and the customer is the most important part of the Lexus company. Even after 8 years, today we are in 2020, even after 8 years, the car looks fresh and it looks good. So it is modern. Lexus, if to make a comparison with the Toyota, is the same Toyota Auris, the same Prius, the previous version, not the newest one. They were boring. Lexus was not boring. Auris and the Prius for the previous version, they were boring. Right now in 2012, when you're looking at them, they look old. Lexus is not looking old. Most probably they're thinking like, let's make the car well looking or better looking from the start, because we care for the future owners to drive the car for a long period of time. And most probably that's why the next generation, they all look alike. There's small difference between them. Okay, we can argue that the difference are major and different, but in the end, they all look classy, good looking, and modern to be driven. The front lights, yes, after 8 years, and if you're living in Cyprus with a harsh light, they're a little bit dim, but you have here the xenon LED lights, have the fog lights incorporated. Also, because this is a high-end Lexus, it has the option to wash the front lights while driving, while if you're gonna need it. In order to wash the front lights, you need to press a specific button that you have from the right side of the driver's side. This car has a 17-inch wheels. Because it's a Lexus, there is a standard keyless entry, and it's made a little bit interesting, because I would say that this is a combination between Toyota Auris and Nissan Note. Why I'm saying that? For example, if you wanna open the door, you don't need to press any button. You just put your hand, the door will be open, and the windows will roll themselves back. But if you want to close the door, you need to put your finger right here above. There is specific, not a button, it's just a place. You put your finger and the car will close itself and the windows will roll back. Lexus or Toyota will not be them, because they put it only 2 Parktronix in the front. The Germans, by example, they are putting at least 4 parktronics. You have there, our side, and in front. Okay, so Lexus, you are good. You mounted 4 parking sensors in the rear of the car, and you can see it here. And as well, they mounted a camera. And the camera is not simple. The camera is also with an active helping of the parkings. Welcome to the interior of the Lexus 200H. This is my first experience with this type of car inside. Here, when I got inside, I think it's a little bit too small for me. Not sure why exactly, because my colleague who owns this car, and thank you for giving me this car, he's even taller than me and not sure how exactly he's fitting here. How exactly? So, let me check. Even if somehow I'm feeling that the Lexus is caring too much about me, and that's why it gave so little space here. At least, okay, for me, I'm feeling a little bit, this is too little space. Most probably because of the front console. It's very wide, and not sure why exactly, because if you'll see here, we have the big buttons like for the AM, DB, FM, disc, AGD, OX, like less wide. And in this case, the front passengers and the driver will have, at least he will feel that he have more space in the driving area. One of the pluses that you have for this car and for this high-end model, that you have not 1, not 2, but 3 memory seats. The front driver seat is electronic. You can use and move the car in front, in the back, up, down, to move even the high or to put it back. Unfortunately, the passenger seat doesn't have these options, and it's just the simple manual moving in front and back of the seats. I'm starting to think that that's why Lexus made the front driver seat so caring, because everything is close to you and you can use it without any struggle. You see everything, you see all the buttons, you understand what every button will do, and most probably that's why Lexus is Lexus, and Lexus is not a Toyota. Usual, the car will give you the option, like it's very nice hybrid, but you have the option of 12 volts 100 or 120 watts. Well, you have the USB and AUX port. Lexus has in front a specific place, very nice and small, for your keys. Not sure why exactly they made it and why it is here, because it's consuming space. Maybe it would be better if they made the console a little bit less wide, because in the end, if you have the keyless entry, you have the start-stop button, and why to take out your keys from your pocket? You just leave it in your pocket and that's all. The front heated seats, and it's different, it's made totally different from the Toyota. You have around 8 different levels. So another odd decision. Lexus mounted in this car 9 sound speakers and 1 sound booster. And the odd thing is that in front you have 7 sound speakers, but in the back seats you don't have any sound speakers at all. In the middle control panel, if you see, it's very stiff and it's very well made. You have the option to choose the more option mode, like the eco mode, normal mode, and the sport mode. The sport mode is the same mode that we have in Auris. It's like the power mode, but the difference that you're not pressing a button to change the modes. Here you have a wheel navigation system that unfortunately is not working in Cyprus. The car has a multimedia system, and it's made interesting for the Lexus. Most probably it's very good for that period of time. It's like, with the help of a joystick, you can easily move in the system of the multimedia system, and there you have as well the button of enter, and as well the menu and map and voice control. Here you can easily control the system with the joystick, and it's very well made. It's dual climate zone control from the driver's side as well from the passenger side. Here you have a small another multimedia electronic one where you can see the time and as well the temperature that each passenger will have. About the front cockpit. The front cockpit is a combination of the electronic one and the traditional details. Fortunately, it's a black and white computer. Why Lexus did it a black and white, taking consideration this high-end car? By the way, I'm seeing here the average fuel consumption is 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers. So the front wheel, it's a multi-steering wheel. You have different buttons. While pressing them, you can change the mode from the audio on your system. You can even change the information that you have in your display in the small computer there.
Guidance is not active.
As well, you have the option of the voice command.
After the beep, say a command.
Pew! Cancel.
Petrol station. POI icons cannot be displayed in this scale over half miles.
Because the navigation is not working, because this is a UK car and Toyota didn't think about Cyprus at that time. The voice command, unfortunately, for the navigation will not be working. From the steering wheel, you can answer and decline the call. It has a cruise control from the driver's side, very easy to use. Car has a power start-stop button. Lexus made it differently from Toyota. The handbrake that usually I had the Toyota here, because here you don't have too much space, they made it like a brake from your leg, and it's right next to your left leg in front. As well, car have two cup holders. Unfortunately, they are not adjustable. You cannot change their sizes, but they are big, and most probably if I would have right now this bottle easily mounted here without issues, and you see it's still plenty, a lot of space. So take a big bottle, put it here, and you're easy, ready to go. Front pockets that you have from the driver's side, unfortunately made from the same size as Nissan Note. It's not too big for this type of bottle, it's plenty of space, but if you'd like to fit a bigger bottle, it will be an issue. All the windows on the car are auto. If you recall, I'm 1 meter 85 centimeters, and right now I'm saying right behind me, or at least on the side that I would feel better while driving. So in front I have, as usual, as in the other Toyota Auris, if you remember, it's around half of this side. It's okay, but still you have space. And what concerning my head, actually I'm almost touching the roof of the car. The luggage size, it's around 375 liters overall, if you're not putting your back seats down. As you see here, it's a flat floor and it's a double floor. What I'm saying, that right under the first floor, you have a secret place where you can leave all your belongings that you want to forget about them, or maybe you have some stuff like computer or any other things while you're going to swim. You just leave them in this secret compartment and nobody will be able to see it. This car as a drivable one, it will be very similar to Toyota Prius or to the Toyota Auris that I reviewed. As I understood from the owner, sometimes like it's not feeling too powerful, and most probably it will be better for the car to have more power. For my size, I felt that even in front, I'm not speaking about the back seats, there's not a lot of space or a lot of room space to move. If you have smaller car seats, more compact one, or just the boosters, in this case it will be okay. They have enough space. For example, I've been on the back seats when we were coming back to my car, and I was right behind my colleague, and my colleague is even higher than me. So in the back seat it was a problem to get inside, and it was a problem to get outside, and I was feeling like a smashed watermelon. So yeah, it's very, like, you need to be sure. Now, about the back space, it depends like who is driving in the front. If you have a small person, no worries, it will be okay. But if it's driving someone tall and you are tall, well, that will be a problem. You're gonna, like, trust me, you're gonna feel it, and you're gonna feel it very, very well. Even it's like a 2-floor divided boot space, I felt that the boots, it's less or smaller than the Toyota Auris. Seems that the Lexus, it's a bit lower than the Toyota Auris in the room space from inside of the car. If to make comparison on this note, you have like a lot of space, but in that car I was very near or already touching the roof of the car. Thank you.
More about the average score that the car received. According to the exterior categories, styling received 3 out of 10. About how fast the car is, fast enough with 10.3 seconds until 100 kilometers, but now already not so. So a fun car? No, it is not. Is it turning heads? Nope. 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers is not little. So in the end, the Lexus CT200H remained with a total exterior score of 14 out of 16. And for the daily weekly life experience category, safety, 8 out of 10, as there are some questions about pedestrians. It is practical and not practical in the same time, as it's made so tightly and it's not so enjoyable. So the boot space is kind of small, and the second compartment, it's around 50% of space, made a little bit clumsy, and the multimedia plus enormous buttons look outdated, but still working. So it is okay, but I do not think for long road the comfort. Build quality is okay, everything is done properly. For around 12-13k euro, not sure if it's the best one, but it's a Lexus and the price is staying. And in the end, for the daily week life experience category, car received 35 out of 70. For the total exterior and interior features categories, the CT200H from 2012 received 49 out of 130. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe, like and notification bell in order not to miss any other videos. Cheers, see you at the next video. Bye.